Good. How are you, John Rhys? Well, John Rhys, can you just kind of take us through your emotions? A game like this, a lot of people weren't giving UCF a shot to even hang with Oklahoma. You guys gave everything you had an opportunity to tie the game at the end. We understand you're not even 100% health-wise. Just kind of what are your emotions and what are you feeling after today's game?
Obviously, I hate losing. I hate losing more than anything else in the world, right? So yeah, I don't like losing, but I think we showed a little of who we are today. Battling a lot of different stuff. Sickness-wise, no excuses made. But I mean, we had a couple guys fight through some ailments, and it was really kind of inspiring to see. You know, we could definitely be better in a lot of aspects. You know, but I think we opened some eyeballs today.
John Rhys, you talked about sickness, and they had like 13 guys. You had IV, you know, after warming up. What was that like? I know Gus mentioned you didn't even go to the team meeting last night. You know, you had to go to bed and kind of go through the IV. What's that last 24 hours been like for you, for some of the guys?
Yeah, we had some guys that were sick, yeah, including myself. I think I had 4 IVs within the last, you know, however many 12 hours, you know, and so. But I think it goes to show just how good our training staff is. Again, going back to Mary, going back to the guys, Ed, Fred, Dermot, all those guys, Kyle, just unbelievable what they do to nurse us back to health when this thing kind of hit so quickly. It's been a crazy, you know, 24 to 12 hours, you know, and but it was really inspiring to see some of the guys that really felt bad. Get out there and make plays. Super cool to see.
You're trying to get back. What are you still limited to do from a running perspective?
Obviously, you know, just like before, I'm trying to protect myself. You know, I'm obviously not. I don't have the top end speed that I had. You know, wearing the brace. You know, if anybody, if you're healthy and you wear a brace, you're going to be a little slower. But I think that we had a really good game plan going into today, knowing what I can and can't do as much, you know, and so executed well at some points, and then myself didn't execute in other positions, and so we got to watch the film and clean it up.
Did it take you guys a little bit? The first quarter, you guys seemed offensively kind of stuck a little bit and neutral. Did it take you guys a little bit, or you yourself a little bit, to kind of get maybe some of the rust off to get back into the game?
There's never really, for me, you've been playing football a long time, you know. I think we just didn't start the way we wanted to. Execution-wise, for myself, down, you know. Didn't execute the way that I wanted to early on. Did some good things later on, and then, again, we got. It's hard to say without watching the film, but we're going to do just that and learn from it.
Gus mentioned negativity, how everyone had heard it, especially bye week, you know, after the performance 2 weeks ago. Did you hear it, and does something like that motivate you?
I think I touched a little bit on it earlier in the week, but yeah, we hear noise, you know. As players, everybody has an opinion on what we do because there's a lot of eyeballs and people care about what we do. We're blessed to be in a position where that is the truth, you know, and much like we're competitors, UCF, Night Nation, everybody that supports UCF and everybody around Orlando is competitors as well, and we want to win just as much as Night Nation does too. And so, we hear it, right? But we still are going out and we're fighting to put on for Orlando, to put on for Night Nation, and we appreciate the support that we've gotten through this little rocky period that we've been through.
Gus said that in a game like this, he learned that this is a group that's capable of being a great team. In your mind, what's preventing this group from fully being great, from finishing?
Yeah, I think we're an unbelievable team. I think that goes without saying. That's my opinion on it. Maybe outside looking in, maybe some people have different opinions, but I think this is a pretty remarkable team. Athlete-wise, scheme-wise, coaching-wise, we have a pretty special group. But at the end of the day, you got to execute, right? And that's what we have to harp on. That's what we have to continue to get better at, executing. And again, we've got to look at the film and learn from it. But usually the team that executes the best is the one that comes out on top. And so we have to continue to get better at executing.
coaches and players don't like to say moral victories, but can you take something from this? Do you see something here that you can carry into the next 5?
For me right now, it's hard to say. Like it's hard to say, man, this is awesome where we lost, right? Like it's tough to have anything to like about losing, right? But I think we showed a little bit of who we are today, and I guess that is the silver lining in the whole deal. We're a great team. We've got to watch the film. We've got to learn from it. We've got to get better. And I'm excited for this back half of the season to put it on display.
How do you turn it around mentally? Do you just take a day, kind of let it settle in? Okay, you talk about losing is hard, but when you have 4 straight now, like how do you mentally turn that around, especially when people are looking to you as a model for
Have a 24-hour rule, wins and losses. You can play pity party for 24 hours. You can be on top of the world for 24 hours. But after 24 hours, it's time to get back to work. And so that's always been my outlook, something that I started at Ole Miss, and it's treated me pretty well. So, again, we're going to learn from this. Spend 24 hours letting it probably eat you alive. But then, great news about college football, you got a game next Saturday. And so I'm excited to get to work. I'm excited to learn from this. I'm excited to get out there with the guys and get better and showcase and execute at a very high level.
How are you feeling? We understand you had to go to bed early, had to get IVs. You're one of the guys kind of had the thing that's going around. How did you kind of get prepared for this game, having to deal with that as well?
Different. Never really kind of had to deal with something like this before a football game. A little odd, IV. I've never had an IV before. Taking fluids in, and so taking a bunch of fluids in, and then you're waking up in the middle of the night because, the fluids make you have to go to the bathroom, and so you go to the bathroom, and then you try to get more rest, and then get an IV at halftime. Feeling weak, but at the end of the day, who cares, right? Like nobody's coming. Nobody cares how you feel. And that's what I kind of preached to the guys. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how good you feel. Nobody's coming to save you from anything. It's about going out there and doing your job, doing our job, executing at a high level. And today, we didn't execute enough.
John Rhys, how does your knee feel? Well, you talked about that other, but
good.
Coming off of this game, how does the knee feel?
Knee feels good. Again, I can't say enough good things about Mary Vanderheiden. She's been unbelievable every step of the way. Right, been there in the game. I'm probably sure y'all saw her right there the whole time, asking me, "Hey, what's up? Hey, you want to restrap your brace? Hey, how do you feel? What's the mobility like?" Really, really good. I feel good after this game.
You feel comfortable in the brace that you got?
I do. Yes, sir.
Bye week is the reset. What are you most encouraged about from this game for the offense?
We had some guys get healthy that I think we needed to get healthy, not just offense but defense as well. Moving forward, I think we have to continue to do the things that we do well and correct things that we're doing bad. Right. Bye week we got to reset. We got to heal up a little bit, but then this kind of sickness bug kind of came over us and kind of put us in a tough situation. But again, it's inspiring to see those guys go out there and make plays the way that they do. And again, we're going to look at it, learn from it, and get better for next week.
Good stuff.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. God bless.
Get well.
Yeah.